Well, what a rare privilege we've got. This is Brian Baragwanath, who has just last couple of months finished the Dakar, managed to get himself on the podium on the quads. Now, I'm going to have to state up front that I really know nothing about off-road, so you'll have to forgive me, Brian. You're going to have to talk me through it. Let's get a bit of your history first. I mean, you were two-wheeled off-road to begin with, weren't you?
Not really. I've sort of been racing quads most of my life. I do ride a WR450 with cross training and that sort of thing. But my specialty for the last 17 years has been racing quads. Yeah.
Okay, so to give us, you've obviously got a few trophies. I know you've got a few national championships under your belt.
Yeah, so I've got 3 national championships in South Africa. We're racing the quads. Last year was one of them, and then the next challenge was the Dakar.
So where did the Dakar dream come from then?
From younger ages. I'm 27 now, and just building up from the beginning. It's the biggest challenge getting to Dakar is logistics and money, getting good sponsors.
Tell me about the quad itself. You're riding a Yamaha.
Yeah, Yamaha Raptor 700. Yeah.
Raptor 700, and obviously you just can't take it standard. I mean, there's got to be a lot of preparation that goes into it.
No, yeah, I've pretty much started racing with it in our national championships to develop it for the race. I've got the bike shop BB Motorsports in Pretoria, so with the racing and preparing it for Dakar, it's been a great opportunity to get it right. But it's different suspension, different A-arms. The motor we make probably 30 to 40% stronger. And
that doesn't affect reliability, obviously, because that's the key. It's all right going fast, but you've got to get 13,000 k's down the line.
Right, yeah. So it is a balance of getting the motor strong, but getting it reliable. So halfway we were changing motors. Some of the guys weren't. George Twicher, the guy that was with us, actually blew a motor just after halfway, and he hadn't changed his. So it was sort of a catch-22.
What sort of horsepower is it sticking at?
About 68 horsepower, 75 newton meters around there. So the newtons are quite strong. The horsepower is not too strong, but it's reliable.
And if you get a flat open, nice bit, I mean, what sort of top speeds can you get to?
We're going on the dirt, 135, on the tar, 140, 145, yeah.
I believe you got a bit of a reputation for being a wild man. I did see some of the footage, and quite a lot of it involved you pulling a quad out of a bush or a ditch or something.
So my strategy this year going into the Dakar was last year I got nothing. You know, I wasn't able to prove anything. I worked my whole life to get into this race, and it was from the get-go it was just a dismal failure. So this year going in, my strategy was to win stages, and you know, from the get-go, prologue, I came 7th. The second stage, got a 2nd. So that was my first podium. Really cool feeling. And then the third stage, I managed to get my first win. It was only by a couple of seconds, but the stage prior to that, that's when I went into the bushes. That was, you know, pushing flat out, giving it everything. So it was really risky, but at the same time, it was a great way to build up for the race, to get noticed, so we can go again, because we really want to build up to do this race.
So you're planning on doing it again?
We're hoping so. We'll see if we can get
Okay, so during the race, I mean, when you're on a stage, have you got any idea then how the other guys are doing in terms of time? Are you getting messages saying, well, listen, you're 2 minutes behind, or you need to push, or?
No, not really. I mean, how it works, so you do a liaison stage, where you'll drive, say, 200 k's on a tar road, and then you pull off into a dirt section, and they say, okay, well, now you're going to do your special. So on that special, we go to a 300k, 400k in the dirt, and then...
Sorry, will it make it on the fuel? Are you refueling somewhere? Are you carrying spare fuel with you?
So the bike, that's one of the special things about the bikes. It's got 39 litres of fuel on it. So
your range is?
Our range is about 250 to 300 k's on a tank. Depending on the terrain.
And you're keeping an eye on that, are you? Sometimes you must know,
constant
I need to back off.
Managing your fuel and where you need to fill up. And so you're always looking at your road book and saying, okay, next I'm going to fill up here, and the special stage, you don't want to run too much fuel. So people tell me that's actually one of the most difficult skills to learn, is to be able to, I mean, you're glancing down at this thing at the same time as you're fighting the bike all the time. Yeah, so to navigate and race, I mean, that's where I went into the bushes. I was actually looking down my road book and saying, what's next?
It didn't point out the bush
then, obviously. Looked up and I was like, oh no, here we go.
So the nature of the stage is the terrain that where did it go to? Argentina and Bolivia?
Yeah, so we started in Buenos Aires in Argentina, and we went up into Bolivia. But what really made it tough was the altitude in Bolivia. We went from sea level, which is like Durban temperatures, and then we went up into Bolivia, and all the way going into Bolivia, it was raining the whole time on the start of the rally, which made it really tough. And then getting into Bolivia, everyone started getting altitude sickness. It's over 4,000 meters high.
And did you suffer?
I felt okay, to be honest. When we're in some of the special stages and you're getting physical on the bike, you really do feel, okay, just got to relax now. You start getting
hard. But then what about when you're riding during the day? Is a lot of it completely on your own, or a lot of it again, I mean, are you overtaking people? Are you catching people up and thinking, get out of my way?
Yeah, during the day, you're constantly bumping bars with all the guys.
Really?
So, yeah, during the day...
So you made some enemies, did you?
You're constantly in the dust. And not necessarily, but it is tough, especially with us... fighting the top contenders with the quads. I was riding against some of the good guys there, and then you're sort of 30th in the bikes, so you're getting stuck in between these bikes. And then what happens is on the straights, they're quick. When we get into the tights, we're quicker. So we pass bikes in the tights, and then we get to the straights, and they come fast.
But I believe so you're basically in the hunt for finishing on the podium.
Yeah.
I think it's the second or third day from the end. Something goes wrong, and you drop a lot of time, don't you?
Yeah.
What happened there?
So on stage 12, blew a rear tire again, fitted the skinny, but unfortunately it just happened really at the wrong time of the stage again, right at the start of the stage. So at that stage, I was lying third quite comfortably, then dropped back to fourth. So going into stage 13, the final stage of the race, we only had a 180k special.
And you were something like 7 minutes back, is it?
Yeah, I had 5.5 minutes, which I had to make up. And
in a short stage.
Yeah, and then fortunately what they did in that stage, they started the last competitors first. So the fast guys were at the back of the field, and the slow guys were at the front. So the fast guys had to pass all the slow guys. And with our racing in South Africa, we're used to the dust. We race a lot in the dust, so that really played in my favor.
What you're trying to say is you were an animal.
Yeah, I did.
You were flat out and you made up 5.5 minutes to get yourself on the podium.
It was a special experience to be able to do that. So I gave it everything. It was sort of the feeling of, I knew Ted was there, the backup, and my teammate was there. So I said to myself, well, either we're gonna limp home or we're gonna win this stage, and that's what it was. So it was fantastic.
And it put you on the podium.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing result. I think a round of applause for Brian.